Hello, my name is Carl Mears, and this is my serial killer portfolio on Dennis Rader, aka the BTK Killer. Dennis was born on March 9, 1945 in Pittsburgh, Kansas. He lived a very normal childhood with great family support, but as he got older, he started to have dark fantasies of binding and torturing people for sexual satisfaction. He even started hanging small animals in his teens. In this interview clip, Dennis explains how his obsession starts and why he kills.
I got this fantasy. I started working out this fantasy in my mind, and once that person become a fantasy, I could just loop it over. I'd lay in bed at night thinking about this person, the events, and how it's going to happen, and it became a real, almost like a picture show. You know, I wanted to go ahead and produce it, direct it, and go through with it, no matter what the costs were and the consequences. It was going to happen one way or another.
As an adult, Dennis got married and had 2 kids. He was a great contributor to his community as a Boy Scout leader and an active member of his church who everybody liked. No one would suspect what horrendous acts he would commit in the next 30 years. His first victims were the murder of the Oteros, a family of 4 on January 15, 1974 in Wichita, Kansas. He snuck into the house, bound them all up, tortured them, and eventually killed them. When the police were investigating the murders, they got a note from Dennis that described everything in detail and even sent pictures. In the letter, he coined himself as the Bind, Torture, Kill Killer. He later went on to kill 6 other people from 1974 to 1991. In this interview clip, Dennis explains how he gets his victims' information.
Stalking stage is when you start learning more about your victims, potential victims. Went to the library, I looked up their names, that address, cross-referenced, and called them a couple of times. Drove by there whenever I could.
Dennis is a mixture of both an organized and disorganized killer. This is because even though all of his attacks were planned and he kept a facade to the public, he left DNA at each crime scene. He claims that he kills because of something he calls the X factor, or something that he can't control, as shown in this clip.
I use it. I actually think I'm maybe possessed with demons. I was dropped on my head when I was a kid. I've talked to some theological Christian people, and some of those people are really strong. They actually think, well, the Bible says that there's demons within you or can come into you. That's the only thing I can figure out. I have, something drove me to do this. The normal people just don't do this.
You can't stop it.
I can't stop it. It's just, it controls me. It's like it's in the driver's seat.
Dennis was apprehended on February 25, 2005 and confessed to killing 10 people. Since the murders occurred before Kansas reinstated the death penalty, he got a 175-year prison sentence. One piece of evidence used against him was that the DNA from the crime scene matched the DNA from his daughter. Other evidence includes letters and a floppy disk that he sent to police to taunt them, which they later used to figure out who he was. That's my presentation.